Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Safari Wildlife Park, episode number 8, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see in last episode, we built this really nice little saltwater crocodile habitat with these little saltwater crocodiles. They're still juveniles. I really don't know why. I think it's because the time is set to like 0.3, so it means that like the time goes by really slowly, so that animals just don't die like all around, which is pretty good. And as you can see, I did fix the lag problem a bit. What I did is I just went like this, and I did multi-select, and I selected this whole area. Since in this whole area we have like animals that don't need to climb, I just disabled climbing, and I don't know, I guess it just works, and it is a lot less laggy than it was in the last episode, so that's great. Let's see what stuff we need to do. Let's go say hello to these guests. Carbon dust. Oh, you can't say hello to him. I think that was my old username. I changed it now, my username on Steam, to Kiwi Plays. So these three, as we all know already, we delete them because there's nothing we can do about them. Facility having negative effects on guests, there's nothing we can do about that as well. We looked into that in the last episode and there is nothing we can do about it. That's great that they're carrying on to search the southern cassowary. But other than that, there is nothing we can really do. I guess the inspector is in the zoo right now. Let's go check. What is Habitat 9? Habitat 9 is this habitat. I think we should really change all of the habitat names to the names of the animals that are in them, so it will be easier to like keep count and everything. Claim reward. Okay, great. So I think I'm gonna do that right now. Let's quickly go right here, and we'll pause the game so that other stuff don't really happen right now. And we'll go into the zoo, animals, habitats, and we will just start naming the habitats. So I'll come to you right after I finish doing that. Okay, everyone, so as you can see, I finished naming all of the habitats. We have African crested porcupine, Alexandroma gazelle habitat, Aldabra giant tortoise habitat, Galapagos giant tortoise, Galapagos giant tortoise habitat, red crowned crane habitat, saltwater crocodile habitat, and southern cassowary habitat. And as you can see, we can see all of the animals in the habitat. So African crested 8, Alexandroma gazelle 23, that's a lot, Aldabra giant tortoise 5, Galapagos giant tortoise 5, red crowned crane 12, saltwater crocodile 2, and southern cassowary 2. So let's actually, I think that maybe we can start releasing animals to the wild. So let's check the Alexandroma gazelle maturity, and we will put those in contraceptives, and all of these which are under contraceptives already, that's how I know that they need to be released. No, these not. These are from another zoo. No, these are from another zoo that I've been working on. Release to wild. Release 360 conservation credits, so that's great. Now let's move on to another species. Let's do African crested porcupine maturity and Safari Wildlife Park. So these we need to release to wild. That's great. Let's move on to the Algebra giant tortoise and the Galapagos giant tortoise. Where's the Galapagos giant tortoise? There we are. Okay, so let's do maturity. And I think maybe I'm gonna put them all under contraceptives because I know that they can breed quite a lot and it takes like 20 years for them to mature. So I might want to put them all, even though I don't know. In the meantime, let's just put these on contraceptives so I'll know the difference. And just a little bit of a reminder, if you guys have any name suggestions for any animals, any animal at all, definitely put the name suggestion down in the comments, and I definitely will try to make sure to add the animal in to the zoo. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do exhibit animals for now, so let's do the Galapagos giant tortoise. We did that. Largibbon, or no, we don't have a largibbon in the zoo. Red-crowned crane. Okay, so maturity. Put those all under contraceptives. Yeah, that's great. Once they mature, then we'll release them to the wild. Let's do saltwater crocodile and southern cassowary. Oh, 3 saltwater crocodiles. Oh no, this one I just put in the zoo yesterday to not yesterday, last episode, to like take a screenshot for the thumbnail, so that's why it's here. But it's in the trade center, as you can see here, so it's not a problem. I just put it in so I could take a screenshot, and at the end I didn't actually use that picture. Spoiler alert. Yeah, but let's just carry on seeing what we can do. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Release to the wild. Release 2 African crested porcupines to the wild. Okay, great. We just did that. Guest numbers. Have at least 2,700 guests in the zoo. Well, that's not gonna happen because we limited the guests to... Didn't we limit the guests to 1,500? I don't know. Okay, community. You know, I've never actually done any of these community zoo things. Oh, 0 minute left. Okay, so I think I can't do that. But anyways, yeah, let's just... I think that's all for now. I think I'm gonna jump straight into the time lapse, which I really don't feel like doing. But yeah, so let's jump straight into the time lapse. I will see you during the time lapse. Hello everyone, this is future time lapse me. Yeah, let's cut straight to the chase because I don't want to talk too much about everything, and we don't have too long of a time lapse. Yeah, even though this video is a bit of a longer one, it's 46 minutes, which I really didn't expect it to be this long. Hopefully you guys can still enjoy a bit of a longer episode. I do know that I said in a future in a video in the past, I said that I would really prefer it if the videos were a bit longer like this one. But to be honest, I actually prefer the 18 minutes videos, the videos that are like 18 minutes or like a bit shorter like that, because that way I find it a lot easier to actually watch the whole video through without getting bored. So sorry if you get bored, you can definitely skip ahead to when I finish, if it bores you. Hopefully it doesn't, hopefully you can stick around with me. But yeah, let's just talk a bit about... I've got a list here of some things that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, the first thing I wanted to not really talk about but a bit apologize for is all of the jumps. I don't know if you can see it right now without really like focusing on it, but there are a lot of times where I just jump, like I cut and I start at another part, and that was because this video was so long. I'm telling you, it took me like 8 hours to build this build and the habitat in it. It was just super long and super repetitive. So Yeah, sorry if you can notice all of the cuts. If I wouldn't cut so much, the video wouldn't be 46 minutes. The video would be like 3 hours. So I think it's better that I cut. Yeah, but other than that, I'm sorry for that if you can notice that. Yeah, let's move on to the other thing. Yeah, so I wanted to tell you a bit about the inspiration, where I got this inspiration to build this habitat from. I was looking on Google for, like, I don't know what I was searching for. I think it was Australia houses and zoos or something like that. And one of the first things that I found after I searched for Australia house, Planet Zoo, I found Caesar creates his aquatic house, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I was just so inspired that I decided to build something very similar. Now, I'm not gonna lie and tell you that this is not super similar. It's not a replica, but it's very, very, very similar to what he built. So if you recognize this build, if you like think that you saw it anywhere, that's definitely where it's from. It's from Caesar. Yeah, but like, I was just so inspired by his build that I thought that nobody would like mind if I would build something very similar to his build. And obviously I would put my own twists on it, and I would like build it in like my theme and everything. But yeah, I wanted to say thank you so much, Caesar, and I say this quite a lot in the video. You're probably gonna notice that I said this a couple more times. So yeah, sorry for that. But yeah, it's very like important to me, because if somebody would build something very similar to the original build that I originally built, then I would really like it if someone would like at least say like that who it was from, and give like the credit that they deserve, because this build was just really I really couldn't build it without you. So yeah, if you would have told me when I started, like when I filmed the intro, that in this video I'm gonna build a giant and a really nice Australia house, I probably wouldn't believe you, because I don't know, I knew that I wanted to build an Australian house, but I didn't know where, I didn't know how, and I definitely didn't think that I would do it in this episode. But I don't know, I just felt so inspired by Caesar creates his video. And yeah, so then what I did is I searched up on Google Caesar creates aquatic house, and I saw more pictures for his really nice aquatic house. And then I saw the platypus, the platypus habitat in that exact house. And then I was like, now I have to build a platypus habitat in this build. So I knew that, I definitely knew before that I wanted to add the platypus in this build, but I didn't know when, I didn't know how, but I knew that I wanted to build it like very similar to what I did build it in this habitat. I knew that I wanted to put it in a house, and I definitely knew that I wanted it to look like something like this. So I'm just so happy with how it turned out. It turned out exactly how I could have imagined, even better than I thought that I would do it. Yeah, so sorry if you can hear the dog barking. Yeah, but let me just talk a bit about what I'm doing right now. As you can see, I finished building the build, more or less, the structure, and now I'm building this like really big, like not a door frame, but this is the entrance. You're gonna see that when I build the whole entire building, which I'm gonna finish in exactly, I think, 1 second, not exactly, but in 1 second more or less, because it's gonna jump to when I finish the building. Then you can see that sorry, then you can see that like that this entrance area it's like isolated from the real area, not the real area, but from where the actual Australia house is gonna be, because I was like, you need a little bit of a lobby area, and then through these like curtains, that's how I imagined it in my head. Through these curtains, you walk through these really big and really nice curtains or plastic sheets, and it takes you to a different environment, a really warm and humid area with water. You can hear the water flowing in the background. So that's just like how I imagined that this build is gonna like be. So it turned out really similar to what I imagined. Obviously, I haven't finished the actual house yet. I haven't finished all of the habitats yet, but when I will, I'll definitely try to make it like that. So yeah, I wanted to say, because right now I'm still, oh there you see, I just cut to when I finished the building, but I wanted to talk to you a bit about the plans for the future, even though you probably all know the plans, but I still felt like, I still feel like I want to tell you everything that I plan, so that you guys will just be at the same mindset as I am. Yeah, I'm sorry if that doesn't really make sense, but my plan was to, and it still is, to incorporate a couple of animals in here. I'm also gonna say this in the future just now, but I wanted to say it again so it will be a bit more, so you'll understand a bit more. The animals that I'm gonna add in here are definitely gonna be the kiwi, the flying fox, the Tasmanian devil will probably also be added in here, and the little blue penguin. But the animals that will definitely be added are the kiwi and the kiwi and the little blue penguin. Those are definitely gonna be added, and the flying fox, that will also definitely be added. But about the Tasmanian devil and the quokka and all of those, I'm not sure. Maybe the quokka will be added in here, and then outside of here, or if the quokka won't be added, you know that in the last two episodes we built like a really nice southern cassowary habitat and saltwater crocodile habitat in a really like islandy vibe, in a really like hot temperate place vibe with lots of plants and lots of tropical plants. Then my plan is really to like to build multiple, like to, I don't know how to explain this, like that you're gonna walk through the Australian section or the Oceanian section, and you're gonna see so many different like so many different like places. You're gonna see the tropical side of Australia, which I already started building with the saltwater crocodile and the southern cassowary, and you're gonna see the beachy vibe with the little blue penguin. And you're gonna see that even though the saltwater crocodile probably also needs a beachy, but never mind, you're gonna see the deserty side with the kangaroos, even though the kangaroos don't really live in the desert, they live more in the grassland, but you get what I'm saying with the kangaroos and the wallabies. So so that's more or less my plan. I just want to make every section like themed a bit differently, and that's also my plan for the rest of the zoo, even though until now I didn't really have a plan like that. So you can see the animals are a bit just scattered, and they're not really like the red-necked crane is in an African section, even though it's a Asian animal. So yeah, you see that everything is like weird and everything isn't where it's supposed to be, but I'll try in the future to like really theme it a bit more, and so you guys just understand it more. But I okay, let's not talk about that for 1 second. I wanted to ask you guys if I am boring you like with all of this like talk about habitats and stuff that doesn't really have anything to do with the build, because I don't know, I can just do like a time lapse where I don't talk at all. I can just put music in the background. But I feel like when I watch like any other YouTuber's videos, and like it gets to the time lapse part and the time lapse is just quiet, I get bored very easily, and then I'm sitting there and I'm like, what am I watching even, and stuff like that. So that's why I really love like Caesar Creates' videos and Simply Savannah's videos and the Lady Designer's videos, because I don't know, they all film like I wish I could. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job at it, but they film really not boring, that I can just really watch their videos forever and ever and not get bored. So tell me if I'm boring you guys, hopefully not. But if I am, I can try to film it a bit differently. But that's it for this time lapse. I'm gonna see you in a second in real time. Okay everyone, so I'm back from building this. I'm not completely finished, as you guys probably know. I'm still gonna build one habitat, like one animal species in this episode, but I just wanted to show you what I've done until now. Sorry if everything is a bit of a mess, like if there are just floating pieces all around. I think I'm gonna make like a blueprint of pieces like this. So if you guys want to make your own, or if you guys are inspired to make your own, then you definitely can. And as well, I'm also thinking of making like a blueprint like this with Caesar, like Caesar Creates' one with all of his habitat essentials. Then I think I'm gonna make something like that for my things that I think that are essential, that I use in all of my habitats. Yeah, but other than that, I took a lot of inspiration for this build from Caesar Creates his aquatic house in Elm Hill City Zoo. Yeah. In that zoo, I took a lot of inspiration from that build. So if you can, like, oh my god, if you guys think that you thought that you saw this zoo anywhere before, that's definitely where it is from. I took a lot of inspiration from it, so I hope Caesar doesn't mind. I'll definitely link it in the description below and on the screen right now, so you guys can go and watch it. But I definitely will be adding like a habitat here, outside, and on the outside right there. Yeah, sorry for that little cut there. It's just, I don't know, the game just paused, and yeah, so sorry if you saw that little cut. Anyways, if you guys like saw this build before, that's definitely where it's from. Thank you so much, Caesar, for inspiring me. I definitely will link that video in the description and on the screen right now, so you can go and watch both the video and like where I got the video from. And if there are any screenshots or any pictures that I will use in the future, I will put them in the in the description, and if I can, I'll put them on the screen right now if I find any pictures, but if not, then that's okay. But as you see, I started decorating this little entrance area. It's like right here I'm gonna write Oceania house, and then right here I think I'm gonna, I don't know, I think I'm gonna put like plants up here. You'll definitely see my idea like in the future, but for now I think I'm gonna make like frames and put hanging plants from it. I don't know, that's just my idea for now. Or I might, I'm sorry that I keep walking through stuff, or I might make it, or I might make like what's it called, or I might make on Canva I might make billboards. So if I will make the billboards, then I first need to learn how to make billboards, but when I learn, I will definitely link the pictures in the description. But yeah, I think that's about it for now. As you can see, this house is really giant, and the animals I'm pretty sure I'm gonna add right here are the little penguin, the maybe the wombat, but I'm not sure. I think the wombat is an animal that... No, okay. So maybe the wombat, definitely the little penguin, the North Island brown kiwi, the platypus, and maybe the quokka or the Tasmanian devil. And definitely the spectacled flying fox. Yeah, so those are the animals I think I'm gonna add. The king penguin won't be added at all in this house. It will be going in a different area if it will be added at all, because I don't know, I think it doesn't really fit the theme of this zoo. But if I will be adding it to any zoo, it will be Willow Creek City Zoo, so you can definitely go check that out. I probably will be adding it in that zoo. I definitely will be adding it in that zoo. But yeah, so those are the animals I'm planning on adding in this zoo. And yeah, I have a lot of work to do here, so let me jump straight into it. Hi everyone, this is... Sorry, this is just funny. Hi everyone, this is Future Timelapse me again, and as you can see right now, I am building those little planter boxes like I said I was going to do. So yeah, I think it turned out really nice, and I'm super happy with how they turned out. At the end, you're gonna see that I didn't actually plant them. I didn't actually fill them with plants. There is this like, I don't know what to call it. Oh, you're probably not gonna see it because I cut that part out here. There is this like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like this little plant wall thing. I think if you write wall plants or wall sheet, I really don't know what it's called, but if you write it in the search, then you probably should find something similar. And yeah, I think it's from a specific DLC, so I don't know if all the players that don't have any DLCs will have it. I don't know which DLC it's from. I have all of them, so I really don't know. And yeah, I definitely recommend this. I'm not sponsored, I wish I was, but I'm not. I definitely recommend, if you guys are like looking to buy any DLCs or anything like that, then I definitely recommend you to go get them from Instant Gaming. I got all of my DLCs from Instant Gaming, and I definitely do recommend you to go get them from there. They're just, you can get them in such great prices, and in a lot cheaper than you could get it normally. So I definitely do recommend, if you guys are looking to get any DLCs, any at all, then go check Instant Gaming out. That's where I got all of my DLCs from, in a lot cheaper price than the normal like DLCs. Yeah, but let's not talk about that. I wanted to say that if you guys are not already following my Instagram and Reddit and TikTok, you guys should definitely go watch and go follow me over there. I think we hit 45 followers on Instagram, which is like, I don't know, it's quite a lot, because I never thought that I would be posting on Instagram, or I knew that I wanted to post on Instagram, but I never thought that Instagram would be my main focus, which it really isn't. The whole reason why I have an Instagram is to promote the YouTube, which is my main focus. My main focus is to get the YouTube, to get the YouTube as many views, as many followers as I possibly can. But yeah, I really do love this build, and let me talk a bit about what I'm doing right now. As you saw, I cut a second ago, because I really didn't want you to see the process it took me to finally decide how I wanted this, sorry if you can hear that plane. I don't know if you can hear this stuff, because I can just hear everything so loud from my microphone. And then when I watch it again, like in the last episode, I was talking about like 5 minutes. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking in the background. And I heard him so loud, you don't understand. I was really thinking of deleting that recording and starting again, even though it turned out so nice. But then I was like, but then when I watch it again after I finished editing it and it's like getting ready to post, then I'm like, nobody can hear the dog. I'm the only one that can actually hear the dog, which is like, it's pretty funny to hear me ranting, like, not ranting, I don't know what the word is, to hear me like complaining like 5 whole minutes about sorry if you can hear the dog, sorry if you can hear the dog, and then you can't hear the dog. Yeah, but okay, that's a bit off topic. But as you can see, I really didn't want you to suffer by watching me like I don't know how long it even took, an hour to get to this point. It was like I started it with I even don't know how to explain it. It was just it was such a frustrating process that I would prefer if you wouldn't watch it. And this whole build was so frustrating. Once I started to put the whole land area and the whole land requirements, then it was like, then it I don't know, it was just laggy and the water area wasn't working, and then I had to fix the land requirement, and then I had to add more land, and then I had to connect the keeper path, which completely was a different story that took me like I don't know how long. So this was just such a complicated build that it was just so complicated, but it was definitely worth it at the end. I wouldn't want to build anything else, I'm telling you honestly. It turned out so nice at the end, so I'm happy that all of my hard work did pay off, but hopefully the next episode won't be this hard. Okay, so you can see me adding some pieces of wood, and right now you can start seeing me to start working on the terrain, and this is where all of the complicated stuff happened. So you can see me starting to do the terrain work and starting to fix it. And as you can see, I removed the glass after I worked on it for I don't know how long, like an hour, 2 hours. No, that's an exaggeration. But after I worked on like making the glass look right for I don't know how long, even for so long, then I had to remove it. And even though you don't see it right now, I actually put the glass back, and then I realized that I have to make it deep. So this whole it was just so complicated, but as I said, I wouldn't change it for anything. So yeah, sorry if you can like see the cuts here. If I wouldn't have cut this, especially this part, it would be seriously like an hour and a half long episode, which I really don't want that. Yeah, but as you can see, I started adding the glass back in right here, and at the end it turned out really nice. So I finished doing the terrain work, and yeah, let's talk about something else. Let's talk a bit about my personal life right now, because I feel like it's important for me to talk about it, because even though it has nothing to do with the video, that I feel like it still does have stuff to do with the video. So I'm probably going back to school after this whole situation. I'm probably going back to school on, I don't know what day it's gonna be, on Tuesday next week. I'm probably gonna go completely back to school, and yeah, that's pretty sad. I didn't want to go back to school, but I guess there's nothing we can really do about it now. Yeah, so I'm going back to school, so that means that I probably will be able to post, I think, around two episodes a week. But if I won't, then please bear with me. If I won't post 2 episodes a week, I will post 1 episode a week. But it's definitely in my best interest, and like what's the best for to grow the YouTube channel, to post 2 episodes a week. So that's obviously what I'm gonna try to do. But obviously, if I don't manage to post 2 episodes a week, then I will post only 1. So if you only see me posting 1 episode a week, that's the reason. That's the reason, yeah. And we also went back to training, so that's really fun and exciting. I don't know if I wanted to do this, but I think I am gonna do this. If you guys want, you can go ahead and follow me on my personal Instagram account. I will link it in the description below as well, so you guys can see what I'm talking about, because I do post quite a lot of the training and the acrobatics that I do there. So you guys don't think that I'm I don't know, that I'm bad, because I'm actually pretty good, even though, wow, this is really not, I don't know what the word is, this is really I don't know what the word is. Not modest, I think the word is. This is really not modest of me to talk about how good I am, but I consider myself pretty good. So if you want to, you can go check me out over there, and you don't have to follow, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to follow or anything. You can just go and see me and see who my face for the first time. So I'll think about it. I probably will do it, but if not, then you guys will just have to wait. But if I do link my Instagram account, you can go watch it. But so we went back to training, and we went back to acrobatics, and it's really, I don't know, it's really fun and refreshing after after 2 weeks and a half that we haven't been training, to finally go back to the hall and everything. Yeah, and you manage all kinds of new skills and new stuff. So yeah, that's pretty exciting and really fun. Let's carry on talking about the build. As you can see, I carried on adding these rocks by Ceser Creates, because I always add these rocks, and then I'm using the mulch to make it look like dirt or mud, because usually we're in this I don't know what it's called, in the swampy areas where the platypus live. It's very swampy and it's very dirty, and there's a lot of mud, and there isn't a lot of thin grass like there is in the savannah. And since this zoo is in the savannah, then I don't know how to explain that. The grass is a completely different color from the, what's it called, from the, sorry if you can hear those banging. My dad is cutting wood with the axe for the winter, even though here it's the winter it's not even cold, it's really hot. But still he really likes it. So let's talk again about the platypus. Then where the platypus live, they have very muddy, it's very muddy, and it's very I don't know if you guys even understand me, I hope you do. But it's very muddy where they live, and there's lots of dirt and everything like that. So that's why I added all of the what's it called, the mulch, which looks like dirt. But other than that, I wanted to say something that doesn't really have anything to do with the episode. I really like to talk about stuff that has nothing to do with the episode. But while I was building this, I was watching a series on Netflix, which I want to recommend that series for you guys. I watched How to Get Away with Murder. I'm already on season 4 or 5, I think. And it's a really, really good series, so I definitely do recommend it if you guys are bored while you build, I usually am. I'm not bored, but I need to listen to something in the background. So that's why I usually put YouTube videos in the background or a podcast about animals or National Geographic. But I started to watch series on Netflix or on Disney Plus in the background. So I definitely do recommend you guys to go and to watch that series if you guys have any free time. Yeah, but other than that, I really don't know what else to talk about. The time lapse is nearly coming to an end. So yeah, I'm just putting foliage and doing all of this foliage stuff. So yeah, I think that's it for today's time lapse. See you in a second when I go back to real time. Okay, everyone, so as you can see, thankfully I finished with this build. I'm not kidding you, it took me literal hours to build. I'm so happy that I finished with it. I don't know if you saw from the time lapse, but it was a real pain to build. It was just, I don't know, it was so hard to build this, so tiny. And still, if we like press on the platypuses, or what is the plural for platypuses? Platypi, platypuses, I don't know. But yeah, so if you press on them, you see that their land area isn't great. Their water area is really good, but their land area isn't great, and that's because of all of the plants. And if you can see also, their like coverage is a lot too much. But I mean, if it's not this much, then it's not nice. It's pretty ugly. So I'm really proud of how it turned out. And yeah, I'm really proud of how it turned out. And as you can see, this whole building is still very much empty. And I don't know if you can notice, there is a bit of lag. So I will try to play with the game on pause as much as possible. But it turned out so nice, this habitat. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I really love how it turned out. So I just need to check that everything here is accessible to make sure that the platypuses are happy. The platypi, I'll start calling it platypi because platypuses is a bit it's a bit weird calling them that. But this is inaccessible. I don't know what I need to do to make it accessible. I really don't know. I don't think I can do anything to make it accessible because like it's such a small habitat. It's so hard to do anything. But there's nothing we can do right now. I tried to add the burrow. Oh my god, I'm talking with such an accent. I tried to add the burrow in here, but there wasn't enough space to add it anywhere. So we'll need to find like other, what's it called? Other no, I forgot the name. Other enrichment items to add. Let me fix this 1 second. I'm sorry that I'm just cutting like this. Yeah, I know that it's not perfect, but nobody's gonna see that. Or if that annoys me, then I'll change it. But I'm so happy with how the habitat turned out. There are a couple of things we need to do. We need to research the platypi. Great, start researching them. And that's it, I think. Yeah, overall that's it. Those I can delete, as we all know already. And as you saw, the platypi are the most appealing habitat species, so that is great. Yeah, so this build took a lot of money. It like costed a lot of money, but it was totally worth it. I really do love how it turned out, and I know it is a bit like of a copy from Caesar Creates, but I feel like I put my own twist on this whole build. And yes, it is copied. Not copied. I say it's very much inspired by Caesar Creates, but I'll definitely like make sure to try to add my own twists to it. So Caesar, if you're watching this, which I really hope you are, I really love your videos, and thank you so much for inspiring me to build this amazing build. So thank you. I'll put Caesar Creates, I'll put his YouTube channel right now on the screen so you guys can go and watch. But overall, this is such a beautiful habitat, and I'll definitely make a YouTube short on like cinematic shots, because I don't do like in cinematics in Safari Wildlife Park, but I definitely will have like a little YouTube short or a TikTok or a post on Reddit that you can go and watch if you want to see like cinematic shots. So yeah, I think that's the end of today's episode. Don't forget, if you did like today's episode, go down below to the comments, leave a like, write a nice comment, and if you can, it would always mean the world to me if you could hit that subscriber button. I think we're one follower away from hitting 100 subscribers. So yeah, thank you all for that. I don't think I'll have a 100 subscriber video special ready in time when I hit 100 subscribers, but there definitely will be a Halloween special that will be posting next Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So that should be actually like the Halloween day, and hopefully I will be able to make a video for then. So if not, I will definitely make something special. Thank you all so much for watching until now. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.